Right.
And the fear of the Lord is, you know, where you can find this is through your records, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? And this is why, you know, we are the I.S.U.P.K, you know, this truth was being brought out, you know, since 1969 with a lot of other movements.
I.S.U.P.K.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move, it cost. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bust. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right.
You know, Islam was on the move. Black Caucus movement was on the move. But you know what still stands today? The truth.
Right.
Which is recorded in your recorded history, black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And this is why, you know, we need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because why? Out of these records now, you will find, you know, your history, you know, your culture, you know, just as the brother was bringing out before, you know, the woman that would be on the side of you, and you would not, you know, go with these other races.
Right.
Because now in these records now is total separation.
Right.
Because it starts from the beginning when the Lord created the earth. Because he said from that foundation, every time something was created, he saw it was good. So it was separated. And this is why, you know, when they come with their false doctrine and their false religion, these pastors and them, they, you know, hard on people, mind swaying and straying from their identity. And this is why, you know, these reminders must be brought out. These reminders must be brought to the forefront of the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian minds. You know, we keep reiterating blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, because why? These were titles that were given to you by our slave masters, who is our oppressor. And you know, you can only find, you know, this truth in your history. And that's why we say the Bible is your recorded history book.
Right.
It's high time again that we know that we wake up out of sleep. Because now again, look at what's taking place, you know, during the course of the day. Again, brothers brought it out earlier on, laid down, you know, in the speaking. And you know, black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we need to pay attention. Because marching would not solve our problems. Gathering together with these nations would not solve our problems.
Right.
Because now you see the end result, now 2%. Right. When you are worth more than 2%, right. Because the Most High God requires something of you. And he quote, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, woman, you know, we're reading out our history book, right? Again, you know, we are the I.S.U.P.K, you know, I've been bringing out this truth since 1969, right? 69 again, a lot of movements was on the move. And where are they today? Where are they to help the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man? They are not around, but the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Right? And the scripture say, for thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. Jump to 3.
Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughters, nor thy give. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
And this is what the brother was not just now bringing out there. Our daughters, we should not give unto their sons. You shouldn't take, you know, your black daughter, your Hispanic daughter, your Native Indian daughter and give it to the East Indian man. You shouldn't take your daughters and give it to the Chinese man. Because why? Go ahead.
Nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son.
Just as the brother was bringing out there again. You shouldn't take your sons, shouldn't, you know, forget the black woman, just so, and put them hang up on a tree. Again, and celebrate all their, as we say, their earnings, where they earn in the society, and just give it to the white woman, or the East Indian woman, or the Chinese woman. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son. They will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
And this is what happened in this society with us as a people, because we are turned away from the Most High God of power and start following other gods. And these other gods is religion. We start, going into the mosque. We start going to the Christian church. We start, taking on Judaism. We start taking on the culture of Rastafari. And not knowing that these cultures was brought here in 1845 on the Fatal Razak. Because now when you do all the history again, you would see that when these East Indians came here in 1845, they came here as a small contingent or a small group of people. And then over years, now look at the population of them. They are almost, 3/4, of the society here in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is why now again, these reminders must be brought out, right? Amen. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's time again that we come out of sleep, because again these reminders must be brought out. These reminders must be spoken of, and again only here in the I.S.U.P.K, we'll talk the truth. We'll tell our brothers and sisters, stop smoke weed, stop take drugs, come out of the Christian church, because why? This is an abomination unto us in the sight of the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 1. Now these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders.
Right? And these are the words of the letters that Jeremiah sent unto the residue of who? Of the elders, which carried away captives, and to the priests, and to the prophets, and to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captives from Jerusalem to Babylon. And we are right now we are in captivity. We are in our captivity. We are not in our native land. We are out of our native land. Jerusalem is our native land. Not Trinidad and Tobago. We are slaves in Trinidad and Tobago. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Time that we should wake up. It's time that we should come back to our culture. And what we are reading out here, we are reading out of these letters. Jeremiah wrote these letters, and we have it here today.
Verse 9, for they prophesied falsely against you in my name, and I have not sent them, saying the Most High.
Read verse 8.
Verse 8, for thus say the Most High of hosts, the power of Israel.
The power of who?
The power of Israel. Let your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams, which cause to be dreamed. Verse 9,
right? And the scripture say, let not your prophets or divinators, as we say, today will be your Christian or your religious leaders. Don't let them deceive you, because they are in the midst of us. They are in the midst of us. And when we look at, that marching that took place today, when you look at the majority of people, it's only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in that crowd. Only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in that crowd. Where are the East Indians? Where are the Chinese? Because notice, they hold the most prominent position in this society. So who would walk and march for their increase in wages? You black man, you Hispanic man, you Native Indian man. And this is why now the prophet Jeremiah in these letters is saying, don't let your pastors or don't let your religious leaders, take you away from the truth. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Verse 9. For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name, and I have not sent them.
Because why? They teach you lies. They teach you lies, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They teach you lies. This is why, again, we must come out of the Christian church. We must come out of the Muslim mosque. We must come out from religion. Because religion, you know, have destroyed us.
Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?